Hello friends, hi, how are you doing out there? This is Vijay Vambani. I'm a trader with 35 years of trading experience, 28 of which are as a founder, promoter and CEO of a limited company that trades for a living. In this video, I want to dissect and use a case study of how we recently, the subscribers of the weekly cash alert service recently reined in profits from the most unlikeliest of trades in the commodities space, which was by consensus an extremely low probability of succeeding. I do admit that a lot of subscribers were beset by a lot of doubts, and therefore I want to use this video to basically teach you how I think. You can choose to disagree, of course, it's your prerogative. Use the comment section in that case to express your disagreement or displeasure or whatever. Everything is welcome here. So, I will start with the chronology of events. If you are a fast weekly cash alert subscriber or have received my fast profits book and or the trading calendar, in which in both cases, in the book Fast Profits, which has been published by Equity Master, unfortunately it was released only 2 months before the lockdown occurred, and therefore we could not really publicize it too much, but nevertheless it's still available with Equity Master. And the trading calendar is something that has been given to all subscribers, wherein I have broken the year into 12 compartments, each one of a month, and given you with logic, with reason, because I would like to share with my readers the why of what. I don't just want to tell you do this because I'm saying so. I want to convince you that you are doing something because you understand that is what you must do. So I have broken the year into 12 compartments, each of a month duration, and I have with logic shown you what you must trade in the commodities space and why. Similar logic exists for currencies, similar logic exists for equities, indices, bonds, everything. Markets are consisting of cycles. So around Christmas, as per the trading calendar, we resorted to short sales in natural gas. Unfortunately for us, even though it was a couple of days after Christmas, and normally as per my trading calendar, prices peak out somewhere around Makar Sankranti, which is around the 14th of January, and start either tapering off or plateauing, and then by the month of February they start falling. Unfortunately, this time around there was a spanner in the works, polar vortex, wherein the cold climates of the Arctic region descended upon Northern America and Europe, because big chunks, miles and miles long, of ice melted due to global warming and came into the Arctic Ocean. This resulted in a huge spike in the gas heating demand, and therefore gas prices went through the roof. At that point in time, I received a lot of anxious emails from a lot of my subscribers as to whether I was thinking logically at all. I'm not offended, but yes, I do admit that I was pressurized by so much of feedback coming in which was expressing concern. A couple of them even went to the extent of saying that maybe it was a wrong trade on my part and I was just being too stubborn in holding on to that trade. I actually don't grudge you that also. There were one or two flashes, I'm using the word flashes, of a few nanoseconds wherein I thought, hey Vijay, maybe this is a wrong trade. But immediately I would kind of come back to my senses, redo the math, go back to my in-house trading model, the Barracuda, which is a statistical trading model which I have programmed myself, and I had to read out myself time and again, recheck the numbers and convince myself that the numbers were still good. And believe me, a couple of conversations that I had on social media with random social media followers, a couple of them poked fun at the Barracuda and said, look, it's just no good. It's basically not able to take you out of the natural gas short sales profitably. And I redid the numbers and did the math and found that the numbers were still solid. So solid, in fact, that the prices on the MCX were the equivalent of $3 per MMBTU in the overseas market, and in parts of the US, spot delivery was taking place around very small lots, very tiny shipments were taking place at $500. You heard me right, $500 as compared to $3 on the COMEX. Now, this was the strange phenomena that we witnessed in the natural gas trade. And last night, which is the 16th of March 2021, as I record this video on a Wednesday, last night on Tuesday, we wound up this natural gas trade. The March series, we lost 5% because it was short sold at a very low rate. The April series, which was shorted at an extremely positive rate, very close to the top, yielded 65% returns. So March series lost us 5% in capital. The April series gave us 65% in profits. You do the math. Why did I square up this trade? Now, a couple of very happy subscribers told me that, hey, with just one lot each of natural gas, and mind you, the initial margin for natural gas is approximately 50,000 rupees. So when you deploy 50,000 rupees with 2-3,000 more on span margin, as a matter of fact, the April series span margin plus the mark-to-market loss was at a highest level, 53,000 rupees. On 53,000 rupees, you got back a profit of 35,000 rupees per lot in the April series. In the March series, we lost a little over 5,600 rupees per lot. So what happened was that another circuit down, and natural gas had been coming down with lower circuits, and I even joked about it on my social media pages. If you remember the movie China Gate, which had come about 20 years ago, the villain, the antagonist in the movie used to say, "Milega, milega, sabko milega." He used to tell the vultures and the crows that he would be dropping dead bodies so that the vultures could eat. And I told my social media friends, "Milega, milega, sabko milega natural gas, lower circuit mein milega." This was when natural gas was climbing, and my statistical model kept on saying that it will collapse with lower circuits. And sure enough, in the last 3 weeks, if you check your charts, natural gas has hit more than one lower circuit. For my overseas friends who are watching this video, please note before you comment anything on this video that on the MCX, the first lower circuit is of 4%, the second lower circuit is of 2%. So we are not talking about the COMEX lower circuits, we are talking of the Indian Commodity Exchange lower circuits. And sure enough, this natural gas trade yielded us the second highest profits and put our FY 2020, FY 2021, which is 2021, into a superb yielding year. Do remember that this year we've had a lot of challenges. There was a lockdown, and immediately after the lockdown, the MCX used to shut down at 5 p.m. Do remember that all the price mobility in commodity markets on the MCX takes place after the US market opens at 7:30. And in those days, for months together, the MCX used to shut at 5 p.m. because the employees were told to leave home and avoid the COVID infection. So we had months and months of trading knocked out from under our feet. Secondly, the WCA, the weekly cash alert subscribers would know that in calendar year 2019, the highest amount of profits came from crude oil. And after April 2020, when crude oil went into negative territory, some brokers went to court. The MCX imposed more than 100% margin on crude oil, and brokers banned their clients from trading crude oil. My hands were tied for many, many months, and I could not recommend a trade in crude. And base metals were put into delivery settlement mode. In spite of all these limitations, in spite of all these chains that I was put under, we have managed to put FY 2021 as a super profit year. Of course, the trades were fewer for the reasons that I have specified, but this last trade itself, and I'm happy to report that some subscribers were so satisfied that they told me that they recovered Equity Master's entire annual subscription in this one trade alone. So this is how we snatched profits from the jaws of losses, which is why I kept on telling you that you must have faith. As a matter of fact, around the third week of January, I recorded a video saying with the title, You and I. I said the advisor and the subscriber are like a racer and his car or a motorcycle. The racer places all his trust in his machine. If he doubts the machine, he'll never be able to race. And if he's unsure about the machine, chances are he might even crash. Have a little faith. And this time around, we are planning another trade of the stature of natural gas, maybe a little bigger, which might test your patience. It will test your conviction. It will make you doubt yourself. It will make you doubt me. But I intend to win again. This trade will come to you very soon. And in this case study, the first thing I realized, and you should realize, I knew because I wrote the trading calendar. It got reinforced, and I realized that profits come with sheer conviction, with staying power, with willpower, and from the tenacity of your own belief systems. So when the next trade comes, do believe that conviction in the trade should be supreme, which is why I've laid the groundwork for this trade in my morning mailers to you, and I've already explained to you what is going to happen and why. I will never tell you to shut your eyes and follow me blindly like the Pied Piper of Hamelin. I will explain to you why I'm telling you to do what. Let this be a case study of what we are going to build forward in FY 21-22, which I think is going to be the best possible year going forward for the weekly cash alert. And now for a couple of queries that have come from my friends who are watching my videos. They want me to record videos on the best ETFs. Please scroll down in the playlist and there are at least two videos that I have recorded on the ETFs and why you must focus on index ETF more than stocks. The second was the video that I recorded yesterday, which is the market in a bubble space? Please note that do not think that this video is telling you or enticing you to buy, or I'm fishing for subscribers, as one guy very cryptically commented in the comment section that maybe I want some more subscribers or Equity Master wants more subscribers. We are not fishing for subscribers. Do note, you are basically seeing what you want to see in that video. Time and time again in my video, I have recorded in this video itself that markets have run ahead of their fundamentals, though they have not reached the bubble zone yet. Markets running ahead of fundamental means that there is always a chance of statistical mean reversion, which means reverting back to mean. Here, mean reversion would be falling down. But because it is not yet a bubble, it's not that everything is going to go to zero or is going to explode or implode rather. Can it go to the bubble zone? Yes, if it keeps on rising against the fundamentals and keeps running ahead of its time, it might reach the bubble zone also. Will the falls be vicious, whether it is a bubble or whether it is an overextended market? No, the falls will not be vicious. You will not be allowed any mercy. Your stocks will fall like stones whenever the market falls, which is why I have told you in the video itself, I tell you that you must be cautious time and again, cautious and more cautious. That does not mean bearish. If you think caution is equal to bearishness, you have very poor English learning skills. I am cautioning you, this market is extended, but it does not mean that it's a bubble, at least not yet. On this cheerful note, I'll bid goodbye to you in this video, not before reminding you to click like on this video if you agree with what you saw. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. In the comment section, do let me know what you think of this video and what you would want me to record next. Love, hate, bouquets, brickbats, throw everything at me. I accept everything. And if you agree with this video, help me reach out to fellow like-minded traders who believe in knowledge-based investments and trading by recommending my video to your family and friends. Have a very, very profitable day ahead. Vijay Bhangwani signing off for now. Thank you for watching me. Take care. Bye-bye. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my free email newsletter, Fast Profits Daily, and get my free guide, How to Trade Markets Like a Pro.